What's up guys, DiscoWarlock here in my third video of the For Honor series, just highlighting my favorite character, the Warlord. I want to go in about the customization of the heroes, and I just want to give you a quick overview of that, just so you guys get an idea of what it's like to how to make your hero unique on the battlefield. So when you start off on Customize, it drops you right into the gear of your champion, which you unlock by either completing matches, although I've never received anything that good from them, or another way to unlock things is by opening boxes and paying steel in order to open these. So we'll start off with the weapons. Each hero has 3 slots on their weapons. Warlords of course get a shield, while other classes, I believe it's like hilt, blade, and some other attribute of attack. While as the Warlord, you can see they have blade, hilt, and shield. So let's start by looking at the blade. I have a level 2 blade, the Rada blade. All blades, at least in the Warlord for gear, increase attack, defense, and stamina cost reduction. The other cool thing about For Honor is you can change the look of things. So, as you see here, you've got this blade here. It's a little more battle worn. You go down, you've got one that's gold plated, and you've got the one that I'm using, the Rada blade, which you can't quite see it in this view, but it's got runes on it. It looks really cool. I like the look of it. Right there, as you can see, the runes on the bottom of the blade kind of carved in. It gives it a unique look. Now onto hilt. Same idea as the blade, covers 4 stats: feat cooldown reduction, revenge mode defense, and revenge gain by defense. Now this is level 4 hilt. It's one I like. Feat cooldown for me doesn't really do anything as I play with a lot of passives. Look at the hilt. I recently got this one. I think this looks pretty cool. It overall suits the blade and look of things, and it does a pretty good job. You've also got my next favorite, which is this nice hand carved one. It's rather good. You can also change the look of things and that's another thing I like. So let's say you like what you have in terms of a weapon, but you don't like the look of it. So you just push change look, boom, costs 160 to change the hilt. I believe it costs 100 to change the blade. 120 to change the steel, or 120 steel to change the look of a blade, or 160 for the hilt, so on and so forth. Now onto shields. I currently have this one equipped just to give you guys an idea of what logos and things like that you can put on your gear when you do customize the look of your character. But for now, this is the shield that I do use. Now I like the look of the gold. It makes you look like a warlord, right? Although this one I recently unlocked, looks pretty cool, and I hope Ubisoft continues this, by unlocking more and more styles, and I hope they keep adding more styles, because the more you add, the more uniqueness you can add to your character, right? But for right now, these are the styles I've unlocked. They all look pretty cool, minus... Actually, you know what? They all kind of look cool. You either look like the veteran warlord over here, or the regal guy who's never even seen the battlefield before. But the stats, again, I just want to point out: throw distance, revenge mode attack, revenge gain by injury. I prefer throw distance because when you want to disrespect somebody, you throw them off a cliff in this game. That's the easiest way to go about it, right? Now onto gear. Helmets. This is the original starting Warlord helmets. You can see there's no difference. And then you get this kind of, reminds me of like the Riders of Rohan kind of look to it. More of a basic helmet, no spine, no hair hanging out the back. I personally like the look of this helmet, although both helmets are pretty cool. I wish there were more helmets. Maybe there are more, I just haven't unlocked them, but I hope to see some more helmets here. I know the Conqueror's got some pretty cool ones. The Warden's even got a couple cool ones. You can also add head ornaments to your helmets. I'll get into that a little bit later in the video. But for now, here we got chest pieces. You've got your big Gucci Mane belt on this one. You got the wolf pelt on the shoulder, and then you've got the leather with the tiger pelt. Both look kind of cool. I prefer this one. Makes you look like, that mercenary kind of king who you pay with either your blood, your coins, whatever. It just makes me, I feel like a barbarian lord. Sorry, it's what I should have said. Now onto shoulders. You've got the small shoulder pad. Block damage resistance, revive speed, stamina regen. Sorry I didn't cover that on the chest. Execution health, block damage, and sprint speed are the chest stats. Now over to the shoulder, you've either got this big bulky one, or you've got the small standard shoulder pad. Now, these are the only two I've unlocked. There might be a couple more, just like the chest. There could be more that I haven't seen yet. But I personally like the smaller one because, I mean, after all, you're a Viking. You're not some tanky Templar going in there with a huge set of armor. Although this does look cool. I like where they're going with it. You know, keeping the Viking vibe. So that's it for looks, appearances, things like that in terms of your gear. And now if we go over to the abilities. So when you first unlock a champion, or hero, you start with the basic ones. And as you rank up, prestige, level up kind of thing, you will unlock more. Now, I personally like the passive abilities. Basically, to unlock these feats is, as you play the game, you earn kill streaks, you earn points, they level up, you unlock more. Yeah, just think of it like Call of Duty kill streaks. Except, when they unlock permanently for the match. Now, a match typically takes, depending on the game mode, anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. But I'll outline these abilities for you if you're interested in playing the Warlord. So you start off with Speed Revive. A good passive because it takes around 4 or 5 seconds to revive someone in a death match or any team game rather. And with Speed Revive, it'll take around 1 to 2 seconds, and that can be a game changer. You can turn a 2-on-3 to a 4-on-3, or 2-on-1 to a 2-on-2 quickly if you've got Speed Revive. And that's a big thing in this game, is making sure that when you kill an opponent, you execute an opponent. That way they can't be revived. Without a head, you can't bring back a body, right? Let's take a look at the next one. We got Rush, trigger to gain a speed boost for a short duration. Personally, not my kind of thing. I like Deadly. So this is my attacks will deal more damage. Although you've got a short attack range, dealing that extra damage in the attacks that you do land is going to hinder the opponent. Next up, you start with Bear Trap. Now, I've used it a couple times. I've seen a couple other people use it. I've never been against it. So I don't know how it works. I place it down, it does a giant ring, your ally see it's down. I don't know what the enemy sees, I don't know if they see the ring, I don't know if they walk into the ring and they instantly get hit by the bear trap. I don't know too much about it, I don't know how much damage it does. So personally I didn't use it. Now I have used Juggernaut. It slows you down quite a bit, but you become a walking tank. The duration on it too, I'm not sure if there's a duration. I did it at the end of a Dominion when the other team was breaking and I had 2 guys on me, and I was waiting for reinforcements from my ally, so I just Juggernaut, boom, went in defensive mode, and we held and we won. Now when I unlocked the third one, Flesh Wound, it's like Juggernaut but in a passive sense. So you're going to gain moderate damage reduction, which is great, because some champions out there deal a lot of damage, and any damage that you can absorb will help you win the battle. So down onto Fury, one of the other feats that you start with. I've used Fury quite a bit in Dominion. Teams breaking, you pop Fury, GG. You can run, it says speed slightly, you gain actually a moderate amount of speed. Your attack and defense, incredible. 2 heavy attacks, opponent's dead, no matter the class. But this next one, Punch Through, by far is perfect. Everybody likes to block in this game, it's the point of the game. And if they're blocking and you hit them with a heavy attack, you're still going to deal a good chunk of that damage, and that can turn tables immensely. You could be down by a few hits, you land a good combo, you get him down, his health is flashing, you do a punch through attack, and now he's dead. Great. I was, pretty happy to unlock it. I'm looking forward to the next one as well, Tough as Nails, because the Warlord has already a high health pool, and I want to know how much more can he get, right? You're already super tanky. I'll unlock it in one level, so I'm hoping by the end of the beta I'll have a good sense of how much health you actually gain from this, and I'll be able to share with you guys whether or not to stick with Punch Through or Tough as Nails. So now we go down to the final feats. Now these ones, this is where you have to be going off in a match, or your team. I'm not sure if feats level together as a team or as a single player, but I know that when I'm going off in a brawl or in a death match, and you've got 10 kills, and you unlock regenerate, boom, you're free soaring. You kill your opponent, you regen your health, you wait by his dead body, make sure no one's going to revive it, you go help your teammates, turn the tides of battle, all while being this huge tank. Now the next one, auto revive. This, I can see this being crazy. Like, if you don't get executed and you auto revive, you come back with full health when you get revived. That means you can instantly jump right back into combat of the guy who you were just wailing on, and maybe he got lucky and beat you to the punch kind of thing, and he's only got 1 bar of health left. You can run him down, use a combo, dead, execute. Now he can't come back, but you've got that auto revive. So definitely a passive worth. Now the last one, Fire Flask, it's kind of like the bear trap. I've never really seen people use this kind of stuff. I have seen samurai that use the bow to get the kill, which that's probably one of the, if they ever intend to add archers, it's probably one of the only range attacks you'll get. I don't know how useful it's going to be. Maybe you can close off an area, but for now, it's auto revive or regenerate are going to be the must-haves for feats, at least for the Warlord. Now the other thing you can do in this game is change the executions. Now head scissor, great, love it. It's probably my go-to execution. The shield bash uppercut is another, it's kind of cool. You get that headbutt in there and you just bash them with your shield. Although I don't know if they can be revived from this or not, because it is an execution, but you don't remove their head. So I wonder if they still can be revived, but we'll look into that. Then here we have the attitude adjuster. Throw it over the shoulder, big stab right in the chest. 5,000 steel, that's a lot of steel. That can get you some good gear if you think about it. But at the same time, I hope that they add some more executions in the future, and I think it is kind of nice, because there are going to be players who play maybe 1 or 2 heroes that get really good with them, and they're going to want these other executions to stand out. Same goes for emotes. You've got they call this the shotgun. I think they should add a little bit more shield banging for the Warlord, give that real Viking-esque feel to it. You've got the why me drops, cheers, a crowd echoes in the background. It's kind of cool. The headbanger right here is balls of steel right there. That'll wake you up in the morning. 3,000 steel again to buy these. I'm sure they're going to release a ton of emotes. Everyone's got their own unique emotes. You've got these ones when you're in combat, and by combat they mean when you're locked in with an enemy. So you've got the LT trigger down if you're playing with an Xbox One controller, or the L2 trigger if you're playing with a PlayStation controller, and you've got the well done, sup, and for the 3,000 you're ready, at least for Warlords. Now the last part that I'd like to talk about is how to customize your appearance in this game. So they do have outfits. So you've got these battle outfits which cost steel, and just to give you a little idea, they unlock what look to be like the icons and patterns and color combos that you can use later on in the game. Same goes for this one. It's called the Blood Spider, 3,000 steel, 1,500 steel respectively. They don't change too much other than symbols and color combos. Now, the Elite and Mythic have yet to be used, or have yet to be filled. I haven't seen any class with them yet. I'm sure on release they'll eventually use that. These are probably for the big, rewards that you're going to get for when you conquer things in the giant world map. So down here, the reputation. Reputation's like prestiging in Call of Duty. When you hit level 20, boom, you're going to get reputation 1. I don't know if it resets your feats yet. I've yet to gain reputation, but I'm hoping that later on in the beta I'll be able to at least prestige once before the beta ends. But just to give you an idea, you get these really cool color combos, at least for the Vikings. They're all kind of aimed towards what your faction is. So like Vikings utilize the red and black a lot, and as you can see, they get some really cool designs. Helmets even decked out, you got the shoulder, etc. I think they look cool. I think the outfits are a nice touch. Traits, you can always change male, female. However, some classes are gender locked. Skin color, you got your standard skin colors, nothing too fancy. Ornaments, this is what I was talking about with the helmets. You can add these cool things to them. I feel like that one makes you look more like a samurai kind of guy, while this is definitely go-to for a Viking. Again, they cost steel, something that it's the in-game currency you earn after every battle. Doing those daily quests for you, you know, you're going to be your money maker right there. And I'm sure they'll have events, tournaments, etc. So if we look at colors, they have a ton of color combos. Now it uses a simple tri-palette, so you've got, you know, your 3 colors. You can go either all blue, black and red, etc. You unlock these as you level up the hero, of course, and each of these in the neutral pan into the attacker and defender. So if you're playing Dominion or Brawl or Deathmatch and any other game modes that they're probably going to add, attacker and defender, these are your colors. Neutral, I believe you use in duels and probably the single player campaign. Now, attackers seem to favor the dark red, blacks, you know, kind of that red versus blue look to it, and I think that's kind of cool. You know, they even got some yellows in there. You know, if we pan that out for you, like, I think it's cooler to be attacker. I mean, some of the defender colors are really cool, especially one of the last ones, which is definitely my favorite. I look forward to unlocking this. As you see, Reputation 9, level 14, so it's quite a ways away, but you know, it's nice that the defenders get the blue, the kind of the honorary colors, so to speak. Now on to, you can customize your gear and also the material. As you rank up, or as you gain reputation, you'll unlock more, how do you say, like the material of the gear. When you look at Wardens, these are classified in terms of what the armor is. So this, instead of being called base, they have iron, bronze, copper, gold, black iron, you know, cool things like that, while the Vikings just kind of get leather colors, which, I mean, the light, which is equivalent to the gold Wardens, I mean, it kind of looks cool, but I mean, gold armor, I mean, it's gonna look a lot better in my opinion. But the black leather is definitely probably what I can go with. And you can also change the usage. So I guess it has a stock color, and then when you go down here, you see is only my pants, the lower tabard area there is changed to black. So I wonder if you can mix and match. That'd be a neat feature. Of course, this is where you design the main look of your character and what you want. So you start by unlocking, or you start with a few patterns already unlocked for you, and then as you level up, you're going to unlock more. And now each race, in terms of the knights, Vikings, and samurai, they have their own engravings. Now, some of these are kind of cool. Others you can't quite make out. Like there's a couple in the war, and it's like a face. When you put it on something, it looks like squished or stretched. It just doesn't look right. And you know, it's sometimes kind of hard to make out if it's engraved or not. The downside to the engraving is you can only have an engraving or a symbol. You can't have both. And on the chest piece, you can put your own logo, which I think is kind of cool, because you design your little symbol, and I'm sure as clans start coming around, people will start having, you know, similar symbols in that sense, and you can use that to distinguish yourself on the battlefield. Like, this is, you know, really good player, popular person, like this is their logo, I'm going to use their logo, I'm going to associate myself with them, right? I'm sure a lot of people just go for maybe the standard ones that you can use, as you can only use your own logo on your chest and back, which it does appear on the back when you do it just like that. And left arm for Warlords, just to point out, it changes their shield, so the engraving goes right onto the shield, which I think, like the Celtic knot, you know, like that'd be pretty cool on maybe some of the shield designs. But overall, you know, I like the customization. I like how you choose your gear, and I like how you can create a unique look, and I really think the abilities are so far, you know, rather even amongst classes. As you have some classes that are quick attacks, you got the Warlords who are a little bit slower, and then you've got your long range spear attacks, etc. like that. And I feel like Ubisoft's done a good job in representing this and allowing people to create their own unique hero. Another quick little tip, if you hold the right trigger, it just gives you a quick summary of the gear you have equipped. And as you see, it adds up. So I have an armor rating of 12. That's because I have equipped 3 level 4 pieces. And for my weapon, it's got a level of 8, and that's because I have 2 level 2s and a level 4. Also, you can change the color preview if you want to home it or away kind of thing, you know. So there's my attacking, neutral, and defending. Or sorry, neutral, attacking, defending. Alright guys, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I apologize if it is a little long, but I just wanted to, you know, cover those concepts as quick as I could about the armor and appearance customizations for you guys. And thanks for watching.